Hello and welcome back to episode 7 of Unknown to World Known. We're back 19 games into the season now, and we're in a decent position in the league. But just before we get into the episode, just want to say if you are enjoying the content on the channel, please do leave a like down below. Subscribe, support is massively appreciated, and leave a comment for your prediction for today's games. We've got a cup game as well as a league game. So after 2 losses in the last episode, we then also lost to Utsiktons. However, we've bounced back strongly since then. 2-0 win against Matala, a 1-1 draw with at Videbergs, but then another 2-1 win against Vannersborgs, 3-2 against Hasselholm, 1-0 against Tackers, before most recently we played Angelholms back-to-back in the Swedish Cup first round, beating them in extra time, before a comfortable 3-0 win in the league. Today we've got Lindome, who again could be a tough opposition. We did struggle with them last time and we haven't even done anything other than lose to them so far. But the big game today is going to be against BK Haken in the second round of the Swedish Cup. They are from the division above us and they're currently sat all the way up in third. So it's going to be a tough game. It's something that I did discover. Something that is quite interesting in Sweden. We were initially drawn as the home team. Haken then came to us and said, we'll pay you £4,200 to buy the home advantage. And then because of the switch, we'll then get an increase of approximately 16,000 due to the increase in attendance for the ticket sales. And the money gets split equally. Now, because this is the second round, and I'm not expecting to beat a team who are third in the division above us, we agreed to it, got rid of the home advantage, but I think because we're going to bring more money in, it's actually going to benefit us. I think it's a really nice feature because if you're in the semi-final, then you'd probably be like, nah, home advantage is more important. Early on, second round, the money might be the better option here, and I think that's the case for us at the moment. So let's get into the game against Lindome and see if we can pick up a win. The lineup for today's game, we've got Paulman in goal, a back three of Widfalk, Jakobsen and Froger, Egbedi on the right, Matori on the left, Traore and Flem in behind Reljanovic, and then Arvidsson and Leideval as the front two. We've got a highlight very early on as Lindome are on the ball. Zetterberg sends it out to the left-hand side, whips across in, and Lipovic was in the open in the middle. The guy who we tried to sign because of his performance against us earlier in the season. Paulman eventually goes long though. Leideval heads down to Arvidsson. Gets it. Oh, it's a goal. That was terrible commentary. I can only apologise. I didn't really recognise what was going on. He tried to play a ball through to Leideval, and it's actually a really good block by the defender, but a really unfortunate block because it ends up playing Reljanovic one-on-one with the keeper, and a very nice finish from him to put us 1-0 up. And at half-time, we've not really had anything happen so far other than the goal. There's been a few shots from the look of it, but nothing that's made it onto a highlight. To be honest, I'm fine with that. If it stays 1-0, keep the highlights off my screen. That's absolutely fine. I did get a notification. Egbedi was struggling with a bruised ankle, but he seems to be okay now, so we'll leave him on. Goal kick here as Paulman plays it short to Froger. He sends it long to Matori on the left-hand side, inside to Arvidsson. He's a bit crowded out, but plays it off to Reljanovic. Oh, and that was nearly 2-0. What a strike that would have been. We are going to make a change now, though, with Traore coming off for Jovanovic in the middle. He's then going to become an advanced playmaker there. And we'll also bring Shrufi on for Egbedi, just because of the troubles he was having in the first half. And our final change, I'm not proud of it, but we're going to bring Leideval off for Barchan to sit in there as a ball-winning midfielder, just so that we've got that little bit of extra security for the last 10 minutes to hopefully see out this win. And we've got a highlight for Lindome here. It's inside to Ocon, back to Olofsson, cross goes in, oh no. And Nilsson has headed in for a late equaliser, just as we started to go defensive. So maybe that was a mistake, maybe it was coming anyway, but I'm going to have to take the blame for that one. Although, that tracking by Widvalk was not very good either. And we unfortunately ended up drawing that game. Felt like quite a comfortable game for the most part. Maybe we shouldn't have gone quite as defensive as we did. But that's, we learn from our mistakes. We still got a point out of a team that so far had just beat us 4 times on the bounce, and we were very unlucky not to get the win in the end. But we've got a tough cup game now. It was very interesting to see if we can find our way past them. And the lineup for the game against Harken, we've got just the one change with Neves coming in on the left wing. Everyone else remains the same. And hopefully today we can give a good account of ourselves. We're going to stick with the control possession, but we're going to play it cautiously, and we've made a couple of minor changes to it. Arvidsson, with the first highlight, in breaking into the box, Flem heads it on, but doesn't quite get to Lidevold. Traore tries to head it back in, but this time it's cleared much better by Harken, and Tipora gets it to their Traore into the box. Miziolik? I have no idea. But he scored, put it in the bottom corner, and Harken, 5 minutes in, are 1-0 up. And it looks a little bit too easy. A little bit too easy there. We've got a highlight starting from a goal kick here as Pullman tries to find Egbedi, fails to do so, and Youssef is going to attack. But Vidvalk does really well there to take the ball. Plays it inside to Jakobsen, and then it's played back to Pullman, who goes long towards Arvidsson. But he's not going to go and challenge for the ball. That was nice of him. Nyholm plays it forward to Tipora. Sent out to the left-hand side for Youssef. He goes back, but then back to Youssef, cross into the box. And eventually, Musliolik has made it 2-0. I don't quite know what happened in the middle of there. It looked like our defenders and their attackers just all kind of got stuck on what they were trying to do. And eventually, Froja's just kind of laid it on a plate for him. Cheers, lad. Egbedi is given a free kick away on the edge of the box. Branafalk stands over it, hits the bar, and Froja clears it away. Youssef now collecting the ball though, turns and crosses it. Froja heads it away well, but Adrian collects it. Back to Branafalk. Tipora with the shot, but Pullman saves it as it's straight at him. He then goes long. Raljanovic tried to win the header, didn't manage to do so. And now Adrian to Youssef, forward to Tipora. And the shot goes just wide. We're looking a little bit outclassed here. Cross from the left-hand side. Musliolik has made it 3-0. He's got a hat-trick in the first half. This is not going to plan, some would say. Could be said that. Definitely could be said that. So we've lost 3-0, unfortunately. And we're just going to tell the players it's been really poor and get out there for the second half. I'm not expecting us to even come close to turning this around, unfortunately. Froja with a free kick from deep finds Widvalk, and we've got one back. I don't expect it to lead to anything, but what a free kick from Froja and a great header from Widvalk. If we could do that in some league games, I'd be very happy. And it's a great leap, a great header. What a goal. Lidevold wins a header. Arvidsson to Raljanovic though. Back to Egbedi. Can he get across into the box? He eventually does. Lidevold at the near post. It's 3-2. And despite what I've just said, all of a sudden we are looking on the verge of being back in this game. And it comes from Egbedi, who's having a poor game and also is leaving us at the end of the season, is confirmed, which is lovely of him. But Lidevold, header at the near post, 3-2. Let's go and get an equaliser. Highlight straight from the kickoff. This makes me very nervous. Adrian back to Hansen. Kalsas to Adrian, and then forward to Hansen. That was backwards. Kalsas on the ball now. He goes for a ball in behind, but Froja and Pullman are easily going to deal with that. And then he goes long upfield towards Raljanovic, heads on, but Branafalk collects it. And then he sends it forward. Straight to Widvalk. And I've got a chance to get it forward again. Raljanovic back to Froja. Inside to Jakobsen. Raljanovic holds off his man, gets it to Arvidsson, who goes all the way around his man. Arvidsson's made it 3-3, and despite my own comments, we are right back in it. A great run from Arvidsson here, as he just uses Lidervall to distract the defender, and then just outpaces their number 8, and absolutely buries it. Hansen with a goal kick from the back. Sonko heads it out, but Froger plays it back to Paulmin. Long ball forward towards Arvidsson, but Nyholm wins the header. Tipora to Adrian. Back to Arega. And now Youssef on the ball. We really could do with making a sub, but the ball over the top to Tipora goes for the lob. It's over the bar. We're going to bring Jonsson on for Jakobsen in the centre of the defence because he's not had a great game so far. And also, Barchan's going to come on for Flem just because of the yellow card. Let's get someone else in there who's not as likely to get sent off. Free kick on the right here. Ball to the far post. Muziolik has made it 4-3. That's 4 goals for Muziolik. Oh, why does he have to play for Hartrin? Because he's just torn us apart. He really has. Lidervall heads it in, but Adrian keeps it away. Youssef to Miziolik. Forward to Loftvist. And then Nyholm to Branafalk. Loftvist back to Nylon. They're taking their time here, and they can now, I suppose, because of that goal. The 4th goal from Miziolik. The worst thing is it gave us that hope. Ball in behind to Muziolik here. He's forced wide. Very well defended there. I think that was from Jonsson. Adrian back to Vladimirsson. At the far post. Oh my goodness, what a save from Paulmin. Final change is going to be to send Sharifi on for Neves on the left-hand side. Throw in for Harkin here, but Egbedi quickly intercepts the ball, but plays it forward to literally no one. Arega out to Vladmarsson. And then inside to Muziolik. Cross to the far post, and Sonko this time makes no mistake at the far post. In the game, what they did was they just went, here's a bit of hope, here's a bit more hope, here's a bit more hope, slammed it into the bin. They just decided, we're done giving you hope, we're just going to thrash you. Cheers for it, guys. Really appreciate this. And Sonko with a great header to wrap the game up. And unfortunately, we've lost 5-3 in the second round of the Cup. It's not the worst thing that could have happened. That we gave a good account of ourselves. If it wasn't for Muziolik, then maybe we would have been in with a shout of that game. But he's just a bit silly. We'll get some money from the game anyway, so that's a positive in of itself. And at least Arvidsson's back on the score sheets, and we can go into the league with a bit of confidence that we've played well against a team from the division above us. So I think what we'll do now, we'll just get the season over and done with. It's not got long left. We'll come back for the last 2 games of the season, unless there's anything major go on in this section here. We are just kind of in mid-table. Yeah, we're not at risk of relegation, but we're not really in a battle for the promotion. So hopefully what we can do over the winter this time is get into a position where we can challenge for the promotion. We'll keep going, of course, all the way to the end. We've got Young Pin Sodra after this episode, so a chance for us there, if we can pick up a win, to push ourselves into that battle. But it almost feels like it might be a season 2 soon if we did pull off some sort of miracle there. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like down below. Comment where you think we're going to finish the season. What do we need to improve for the future? Subscribe if you are enjoying the content, and thank you very much for watching.